I'm Tracy Civic with Front Office Coach, and this is your 2 Minutes with Tracy. Today, I would like to provide just a few tactics for you to take back to your practice that will help you keep your schedule filled. The first question I have for you is, how do you schedule your patients? And when I ask this in the practice where I do consulting, a lot of times the answer that I hear is, I just plug them in wherever there's a time slot available on the day that the patient says it works best for them. And while this works, it's probably not the most efficient way to schedule. So instead, try to schedule to production. And if you don't know your daily production goals, it's okay. All you do is you take your monthly goal and you divide it by the number of production days in the month, and that's your daily goal. Then you plug that into your software. It'll show at the top of each day, and you can see how many dollars you've scheduled on a daily basis, and that way you can know where to plug certain appointments in. If you've already met your production goal for a day, that'd be a great place to put your tertiary appointments, which are your appointments that don't produce any value. Seat appointments or delivery appointments, post-op appointments, that kind of thing. Okay, so try to schedule to production and not just wherever there happens to be an available time slot. Now, the next tactic I'd like to discuss with you is how you confirm your patients and what your cancellation policy reads. A lot of practices have their practice management tool set up to confirm 2 weeks in advance of the appointment and then 24 hours in advance of the appointment. And practices also call 24 hours in advance. Some of them do. I would like to change that 24 hours to 48 hours in advance on both your cancellation policy and your confirmation policy. Because if you can do it 48 hours in advance and someone says, oh gosh, I'm not going to be able to make that appointment, you have 2 days to fill that time slot versus 1, and it's a lot more effective. Okay, now that leads me to talking about when that happens, where do you find a patient to fill that time slot? How do you do that? First place you should turn is your quick fill or your ASAP list. This is the list that you compile, and hopefully you have one of these, that will tell you all of the patients who have said to you, if I can get in before my scheduled time, please call me. I live 5 minutes away. I can be here at the last minute if you have any cancellations or last minute openings. These people go on a list, and that's the first place you go to when you're trying to fill your schedule. However, what I run into in most practices is that these ASAP lists or these quick fill lists are not updated and kind of cleaned out on a monthly basis. So they end up being 100 patients. And then when you actually have to utilize them, you're weeding through 100 patients and it becomes no longer effective. So keep your practice management software cleaned up, especially those quick fill or ASAP lists. So if you can do that, change your confirmation and cancellation to 48 hours and schedule to your daily production goal versus where an available time slot is, you'll be able to keep your schedule filled much more easily. So if you would like any additional practice management tips or ideas on how to keep your schedule filled, don't hesitate to reach out to us at frontofficecoach.com. Find us on Facebook or Instagram. And if you like this video, go ahead and hit the like button below and then subscribe, and you'll be notified every time we post a new video. So until next week, I hope you have a productive week, and I look forward to hearing about all your success.